Right now. Okay. Yeah. Yes.
I just listening to you, I think everyone can just see how wise you are. And do you feel like you really have the full impact of or do you know or feel like you've understood what an impact you've made on other people?
Growing up, I was always around adults more because of necessity, Kids, especially young kids, and then into teenagers off driving around, would get a chance to develop among their own peer group. And I was stuck talking with adults. So anything that you're attributing to wise is simply my ability to bullshit. And I've refined that over years and years, so I thank you. I have enough people tell me that I am affecting them through different things, whether it's poetry or seeing me out. You wouldn't believe how many drunk people are inspired by a wheelchair in a bar. Yeah. And I know that people appreciate me, and I appreciate that, but I'm scared by it as well, because I don't want to dwell on the good. I want to dwell on what I need to do in the future. Yeah. Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
If you gained, or what would be like the top 5 things you would do if you gained physical ability?
Yeah. I've never thought about a top 5 list like that.
Even I have a bucket list.
Right, yeah.
Get laid is probably the one.
Well, we talked about earlier, the sex stuff is definitely not in the top 5, I don't think. Maybe if I were getting laid, a position or two would be in the top 5. But no, I think that first off it would start on the basketball court. I would play basketball. Secondly, it would be fishing. I'm a major outdoorsman, so fishing, hunting, hiking, being outdoors, and being able to be more off-road than I am. Driving a car or squirreling around like that. Yeah, exactly. Would be just a riot. But I deal with it every day, so I don't think about what if or what would, because I can't. And that makes for some good fiction, but most of my poetry is not fiction, it's real life stuff. So.
Have you seen the track chairs that they've come out with?
I have.
A tri-wheel track that gets off-road?
I have, and those are really cool, but they're also considered not non-functional.
Non-essential.
Non-essential, yeah. And there is insurance companies that are pretty based in essentiality. So I am going through the process of getting a new wheelchair now. I hate that because I've had this one for 12 years. I equate it to a brain transplant. You guys know how your bodies work. If you had to stick your brain in another body, you'd be lost for a few days. But yeah, it's going to do some different things than this one, and hopefully it will allow me a little more freedom like I used to have, because I've been losing that a little bit. So yeah. Yes,
what does a normal day in the life of you look like?
Okay, really good question. I live at home. I require assistance getting in and out of bed. So a normal day for me starts about 8 or 9 in the morning, with Mom getting me out of bed so she can start her daily activities. Then it moves on to any morning appointment or computer time, things that need done. Then for lunch, it takes about an hour to prepare mine and whoever is helping me. And then we'll eat lunch, over the course of that hour, and then move on to afternoon activities. A lot of the times it's, a trip to Spokane for this, or to the coffee shop so I can get the hell out of the house. something like that. Home for dinner if the evening activities allow. I'm very busy in the evenings with poetry especially. Not many day reads, but a lot of night stuff. And so I'll be out and about in the evenings or down at the bar for trivia. I sit with a bunch of dirty old men about 50 or 60 years old, and we have a blast. And we win most of the time, which is fun. And then Mom and Dad will go to bed at whatever time that they feel like it. And when I'm ready to go to bed, after hours at my computer, I will go knock on their door and fall into bed about midnight mostly.